The year was 1989, and Nintendo was dominating the home gaming market. Sega had introduced its next-generation console, the Sega Genesis. This is now the 16-bit era, and the games were starting to look exciting. Boasting an impressive lineup of arcade conversions, sports titles, and original releases designed for a mature audience, the Genesis rapidly gained popularity, temporarily surpassing Nintendo's console offerings in the US market. Over the next 9 years and more than 700 games released for the Sega Genesis, there were some renowned classics like Sonic the Hedgehog, Phantasy Star 4, Streets of Rage 2, among many others. However, given the extensive library, several exceptional games have gone unnoticed by history. I have chosen gems from the Sega Genesis library that I feel are underrated and often forgotten. Here's my list: Sega Genesis Forgotten Classics. First up, we have Comix Zone. This innovative side-scrolling beat-me-up made its debut on the Genesis during its console's later years. Despite its impressive technical prowess, offering arcade-style action and mild puzzle-solving within vibrant comic book-inspired visuals, it remains relatively obscure to most. However, its production quality is undeniably exceptional. Sega later brought this game to platforms like the PS3 and Xbox 360, yet it continues to exist somewhat off the mainstream radar, mostly known to devoted Sega enthusiasts. Toe Jam and Earl in Panic on Funkotron. Serving as a follow-up to the beloved cult classic Toe Jam and Earl, this side-scrolling psychedelic platformer often doesn't receive the same level of recognition as its predecessor. Within the game, you and a friend embark on an adventure through the vibrant world of Funkotron. Your mission involves the peculiar task of using jars to capture wandering Earthlings and return them to their homes, a concept as bizarre as it sounds. The experience is further enhanced by the funky music and delightful sound samples that accompany your journey. Gauntlet IV. This one stands out as not only the finest home adaptation of the legendary arcade classic Gauntlet, but also introduces a lesser-known light RPG mode. This mode allows you to gradually enhance your characters while navigating unique mazes and confronting formidable bosses. When coupled with the option to engage in either mode with up to 4 players at the same time, it unquestionably solidifies its status as a timeless classic. Castlevania Bloodlines. Since the series' debut in 1986, the Castlevania series, Castlevania produced just a single title for the Sega Genesis, and that is none other than Bloodlines. This entry captivates with the impressive visuals, a feat that stands out within this Genesis era. Bloodlines embodies the swift action-adventure tradition of the Castlevania series. Leveraging the full might of the console's 16-bit processing power, it delivers an addictively immersive and profoundly atmospheric gameplay experience. In this game, robust heroes traverse treacherous landscapes riddled with traps and a diverse array of imaginative monsters. Considering the technical constraints of the 1990s, the imaginative scope and ambition of Bloodlines occasionally leave one astonished. Landstalker. Landstalker can be accurately described as a meticulously crafted isometric fantasy action RPG that draws inspiration from the Zelda series. In the game, you assume the role of Nigel, a treasure hunter with rather oversized clown boots. Although the controls can prove challenging on occasion, primarily due to the unique perspective, persistence will reward you with an immersive journey through a captivating realm teeming with both whimsical and eerie creatures. Your objective is to embark on a quest to retrieve a legendary artifact, which involves solving a plethora of puzzles along the way. And there you have it, forgotten Sega Genesis classics. If you haven't played any of these titles, you can play most of them on the Sega Genesis Mini if you don't own the originals. If you have a favorite or I missed a game that should be in this list, let me know in the comments below. I will continue this series with a Nintendo and a Super Nintendo list, so consider subscribing. That way you'll be notified of any of the new content. And as always, hit the like button so I know if I'm on the right track of interesting content. This is 8-Bit Retro saying thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.